Because when you realize that feeling is the portal, that your emotions guide you, that your body is a quantum computer, not a meat suit, then you move into the knowing that you're here to embody source. You are here to embody the divine. And the divine is here to experience humanness through you. Stop playing games with yourself. Stop playing games with yourself. Stop playing games with yourself. You have this one life that you are consciously aware of living in your body. Why are you playing games with yourself? Touch some grass. Touch some grass. Because anything that you have to do to make sure that you know that you're real, that you know that you're alive, without distorting your senses, do it. Do it. Sovereignty. Sovereignty. Whew. The ability to no longer look outside of yourself for liberation or power. The ability to no longer seek controlling another or a circumstance to feel better about yourself, to fill a void. Sovereignty, no longer wanting to dull your senses to feel something. Because when you realize that feeling is the portal, that your emotions guide you, that your body is a quantum computer, not a meat suit, then you move into the knowing that you're here to embody source. You are here to embody the divine. And the divine is here to experience humanness through you. So the only validation you really need is your breath. The only validation you need is your chi, is your heartbeat. This system may not want you to recognize it. The system that we are living in, that strips the spirit, regresses the spirit. But those days are over. The time is now. The time has always been. And so if you're watching this, if you are aligned with this frequency, my frequency, the liberator frequency, then now you know that your body is telling you the truth, that your intuition is not false. Nature remembers, earth remembers every single thing. It feels every energetic current. So what are you putting through the earth, and what are you allowing the earth to bring into you? Are you even allowing the earth to bring something into you? Her frequency. Sovereignty begins at a body level. Body, then mind, then soul. And all these have to be in congruence for us to have contentment in this human life, but also for true liberation, so that we're not controlled or manipulated by any person, place, thing, or system. So we could recognize our expansive nature while also embracing our destructive. Nature could teach us so much, because nature destroys and creates. Nature doesn't care if you're not ready for the cycle is here. But you're ready. You're ready. I'm ready. Being sovereign is internal liberation. Freeing yourself from the illusion of limitation that may have succeeded in the past. That you may have drank the Kool-Aid. You may have drank the Kool-Aid. And you're in the process of forgiving yourself. Please do it. Please forgive yourself. Please accept the part of you that wanted acceptance from outside of you. Accept the part of you that wanted approval. Accept the part of you that was scared. Accept the part of you that was guilted into believing that you weren't good enough, that you needed to do more, that you needed to prove. And recognize that the only thing you need to recognize is self. Because when you recognize self, you also recognize self in another. You recognize source within yourself, you recognize source in another. Now that cracks your heart open to deeper empathy. Empathy is spiritual. Empathy is of the spirit. But when I'm interacting with a lot of people, it seems as if apathy is the baseline. I was apathetic at once. I remember during that time, that apathy was thoughtless, it was senseless, it was emotionless. But it was also simultaneously filled with emotion. Apathy is rooted in fear of feeling inadequate, so I might as well just not feel anything. Because if I don't know how to handle my feelings, then now I have to face a part of myself that's uncomfortable to look at. But whenever you turn your face, when you turn your inner eye from something that you don't want to look at, you also simultaneously bring that into your reality. More things to be apathetic about, more fear, more guilt, more shame. And that's not how we should be using our God power. So, God, Goddess, is not outside of you. It's connected with you directly. Sovereignty is my intuitive word of the year. And the more I ponder on it, the more I sit with it, I literally feel my cells lifting into greater liberation. I feel my inner being having deeper trust for myself. From a body awareness standpoint, that is how we can get data about how sovereign we actually are. Have you ever experienced a body scan meditation? If not, I highly recommend it. I will be creating my own, but at this point in time, feel free to either guide yourself through a body scan meditation from your crown all the way down to your feet, or move through a guided meditation with a practitioner. Regardless, this will allow you the space to become aware of the nuances within your body. Your somatic yes and your somatic no. Because the more you know how your body is communicating with you, you get a clearer picture of your intuition, a clearer recognition of how you're moving through the world, and if there's any dissonance between your actions and your values. Your actions are showing you what you actually believe in on a subconscious level, what truly you value. Sometimes we can say that we value something, Or we could say that this is our mission to do this one thing or be this certain type of way. But when we look at our actions, when we look at our priorities, we're seeing a completely different story. That is dissonance. Now is not the time for dissonance, because in that middle of dissonance, now someone can manipulate you. Now you're easily controlled. Now you're in a false illusion of self. And in that false illusion of self, that brings about the opportunity for idolatry. What do you mean, Sai? What do you mean by idolatry? Having a God before the I. Having a God before the I. A God outside of you is the idolatry. That dissonance, that belief that you can get away with from a nature perspective, from a sovereign perspective, that you can get away with valuing something outside of you over yourself, over your own divinity. That's idolatry. It doesn't make sense, and it doesn't hold up in the grand scheme of things. But it's a survival mechanism, and I get it. I've been there. I've been indoctrinated into that. I had to really pull myself out of deep groupthink, organized religion, the illusion that other beings are supreme over me. Yeah, all of that. Because when you realize with your real eyes, that no one is as powerful as you, because you are the one that's bringing them and putting them on whatever pedestal of power in your conscious mind. Your consciousness is reflected through everything and everyone, and how you interact with every experience in this lifetime. So being sovereign is rooted in your own liberation. Daring to feel into your body, daring to follow your intuition, daring to recognize yourself as the divine, to not play yourself small, to no longer abandon yourself and have floaty boundaries. No. Because you recognize that you diminishing yourself also doesn't increase someone else's value. It may feel like that in the moment, but you're also doing other humans a disservice when you play small. So be as expansive as you want in this life, and know that you are always at choice. You are always at choice. You are always at choice. You have sovereign choice. So then how do you make your choices? Ask yourself, how does your yes feel in your body? How does your no feel in your body? Because when you make choices from that space, the choices are always correct. There's never any wrong choice. Even if it doesn't work out the way you thought it would work out, that choice, if it's made with full alignment with your body and intuitive knowing, it's always going to be leading you to the next best thing for your best possible outcome, for your highest timeline, for the quantum possibility that is aligned with you and everything that you really want to anchor into this earth timeline at such a time as this. We need more people in love. We need more people with open heart frequencies. I need you and you need me. I reflect you, you reflect me. I want your embodiment to be pure just as much as I want my embodiment to be pure. Being a clearer channel for divine love, so that any aspect of me that I am fearful of, guilty of, shameful of, hating myself for, has to disintegrate. It has to. So the darkness that you're wanting to avoid or thinking that you can actually avoid it and never touch it, that's the same exact darkness you need to walk towards. The same exact darkness you need to feel into. Whatever you're scared of, that's the path that you should take. Because it will show you yourself. It will show you where you're not fully integrated. It will show you where you can embody more of your truer self, more of your authentic light. Because what you radiate multiplies. What you radiate multiplies. So, what are you radiating? How are you really feeling? How are you really feeling? Ooh, my lips are a little dry. Yeah, how are you really feeling? Let's breathe together, because being with our breath in this present moment is how we can recognize more of ourselves and notice what is there that's not us. I love you. I'm here to share with you that no one's here to save you. No one's coming to save you. I can't save you. Only you can save you. Any problems that you feel like you're experiencing on earth, know that you are bigger, you are powerful, more powerful. And you are also the one that has created the problems because of your perception of the said problem. So you can also shift into the consciousness of seeking out the solution, always perceiving solutions. This has really helped me because I was a negative Nancy. I was always looking for what's not going right. Anxious about the future, anxious about the past, ruminating over, oh my gosh, this is still not right. Or, oh my gosh, why do I still feel like this? Well, this person's making me feel like this. Now I can't make this decision because this other person will continue to be tethered. We'll continue to not fully be ourselves. And what is the point of being on earth if it's not to be you, unapologetically, radiantly? Sovereignty. 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 Subscribe to my Inner Divinity portal publication on Substack. I write there twice a week. I'm intuitively being guided to share more of my acupuncture journey, so you'll be seeing more of that. I'm super excited because I finally got into clinic after a while of like studying, restudying for exams, just moving through cultural differences. And I will continue to share my experience, and I'll do a deep dive on how I felt as an acupuncture student in the TCM field. I will do a video on that. But this is a message for you to step into your sovereign state of being this year, this season, this cycle. Because Earth is changing, and you could be a part of the change and usher in a new world, usher in a new frequency, a new set point of alignment, or you can stay in the world of illusions. It's your choice. Have fun either way. It's your choice. I love you. Be you. Peace, love, prosperity, and light. Bye.